Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Duck Chronicles. Got some interesting stuff to show you today, but I thought we would start out over here with the girls. Hey girls! And morning bath time is over. I wish I would have had the camera when I let them out today. They had about 8 of them crammed into that little concrete mixing tray. And that pool there was just like you could have walked across ducks on it and never got wet, I think. They had a really good swim today. You're late to the party, girl. And everybody's kind of chilling in the shade now, nibbling little bits off the bottom of the locust trees, and that's just fine. We got an Easter egg there. I'll have to come back later and get that. I don't want to mess with it now. I got another one over here. They haven't been out long, and I already got 2 Easter eggs for today. I know they're from today because I already police the field and come out now and couple Easter eggs. So those of you with ducks, they're not like chickens. You're going to be getting into ducks. If you already have them, you already know. But if you're going to be getting into ducks, you're going to learn real quick that when they need to lay an egg, they don't go back to the egg box. Right, Muscovy? They just lay an egg whatever they want. Now, actually, I'll tell you what, Muscovies are, they're pretty good about going back to somewhere to lay their eggs. Now, they might hide them in the woods on you, but they don't just lay them out in the middle of a field like that, where you guys, that's what you do, don't you? There's one of our silver apple yards there. Right there in the center. Looking good. Looking good. You notice there's 3 boy gooses and 2 girl gooses. That's because we actually lost one of the female geese. She went broody in a bad way, and she wouldn't eat or drink anything, and she's so dehydrated and denourished herself that even though she had an area to brood in, she just didn't make it. She ended up like she couldn't even stand up, and I ended up having to put her down. Again, that's the kind of thing that happens sometimes. It's really sad to lose a goose, but if there's any good news out of that, we now have 3 pairs of geese, 3 individual pairs, and they'll pair up nicely. And one of the problems we're having with the other female goose, or could be problems, is that she's gone broody too. What's the problem with that? Why not just let her brood? Well, that's what we're doing, but it's a little different than you might expect because they're done laying. She has no eggs. None of the other geese have any other eggs. You hunting bugs in the woodpile? Huh? Yeah? All right, so what do you think we would do? Gave her duck eggs. So we're going to have duck geese, I guess. Ducks raised by geese. I want to be, he's mad because he's not allowed over here today. I don't want him disturbing anybody. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go outside the holding area so that I don't upset them. I've got a goose and a magpie pattern duck. She's not really a magpie. She is a magpie pattern Swedish that have both decided they want to brood. So we gave them both a big pile of eggs, and they are in the lean-to and broody, and they'll probably be a lot less upset with me if I film them from out here. You can see there, she's back in that corner, and our goose is there. Now what we're having to do is they are going out to eat and drink, usually midday for a little bit. And when they do, we go through those eggs and make sure no one's been popping eggs out underneath them there. Because that's exactly what happens, is you let them go broody where everybody else is, and another duck will come and start shooting more eggs underneath them. So what we did is we marked all the eggs that we gave them on a specific day with a Sharpie with just an X on them. And every day we go through those eggs and we take any new eggs out so that the eggs are all in sync. I think they both have around 1.5 dozen eggs. We'll probably get around 40% hatch rate, so a lot of them just won't develop because we don't have that many drakes, so that's intentional because drakes eat and don't lay eggs and don't produce anything for us. But there's a lot of breeding going on, so we should have enough fertile eggs that both of them get a hatch of something. And 28 days from 2 days ago, so 26 days from now, we should have babies, or at least the beginnings of babies, maybe just starting to poke out of the shell. Catch up with the turkeys and the baby chickens here. baby chickens spent their first night out all night last night. Let's go to the turkeys first. These guys have gotten very attached to me already. If you watch this here, this is wherever I go, they go. And that's very helpful because when I grab those two handles and I slide this tractor forward later today, I don't have to worry about squishing anybody. And you can see they're starting to get some size on them. But they need to be about, to me, I want them about double that size, about the size of a small chicken before I let them free range. That way they're big enough that they're not real attractive to the cats and they are not overly attractive to Lucy, who we still have some issues with her getting aggressive with the animals from time to time. And I don't want to lose these guys because they are a high value animal when it comes to harvest time. I'm selling most of them this year around Thanksgiving time. They'll average 30 to 35 pounds on dress, and I'll get $4 a pound for them. So, you know, you're looking at upwards of $100 or more per bird in value. So losing one of those to an over-aggressive Lucy is it's expensive. That's not the only reason we don't want to happen, but that's part of the reality of farming. These guys basically will pay for their own feed. I'll get 3 beautiful turkeys, and I'll take the bigger ones. My birds will be closer to 40 pounds. They'll pay for all of the feed for the quail, all of the feed for the baby chickens, and there'll still be some left over. So that's a good little micro enterprise. See our little chickens, you see our golden lace wide net bantam. These are all Cochranes, and then 4 browns, 3 browns, I'm sorry. Looking really good. I want to see it though. They are flighty, man. They're not big on being caught. I was going to yank one out for you, but I don't feel like pulling the wood off of there to do it. See, as soon as I get away a little bit, they come back. They know that when the lid on this thing opens, the hand comes in and grabbeth. But last night it was going to hit 68. These guys are about 3 weeks old, so that would be typical time that you would stop, you know, running them in a brooder. So, you know, me, I've been running them since they were 1 week old outside. But what I did last night is I said, well, I think you guys have come long enough. You don't have to take a ride in the box. Back inside for the night. Checked on them in the middle of the night to make sure everybody was bundled up with each other and happy. Came out this morning, moved our little prototype quail tracker that they're in there to new fresh grass, and they're just happy as they could be. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll be back within a few days probably with another update. Charlie's pretty happy, aren't you, buddy? That is one happy dog there. Aren't you, buddy? He's a good dog. And she's working on it. Aren't you, Lucy? Lucy. Lucy Lou. She's working on it. She's a good girl too, aren't you, baby? Yeah. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoy your day. It's Thursday for me. That means I'll be doing a listener call show. You might want to check it out at the Survival Podcast. And popping up on your screen now is all kinds of things. You can find some of our other playlists to check out there. You can come over here and support us on Patreon or subscribe to our channel up top. With that, take care, guys. Have a great day.